Let's quickly also move into the stock impact of Adani on Adani Group of companies. As far as those allegations is concerned, let's quickly pull up those stocks. Meanwhile, let me also, invite our guest Rohit Srivastava, founder, Strike Money Analytics and Indiacharts, joining us on the show. Rohit, we are discussing the ongoing, an investigation that was in fact carried out by Financial Times, released yesterday. And so far as this morning is concerned, we are looking at Adani Group of companies, all of them in the red. Do you think investors are reading closely to what is happening by the way of these allegations, or are there, very different sort of reasons for a downward movement in stock prices?
No, definitely there is a sentimental impact whenever there's news flow. This is, I think, a second one because there was also a news item related to some allegations at the end of August on expiry day, and this is now a follow up on that. But all this while we are all waiting for the final note from SEBI in terms of what investigation it has already done. I think that will be the final take. You're really not seeing the kind of panic we saw the first time these reports came out in January, when these stocks were falling 20-30% and eventually ended up losing significantly. Today's reactions will appear more like a knee-jerk one-day reaction because already the last report sort of almost gave a clean chit. But the main area of investigation is not what happened, in the Indian operations, but what was happening through these, companies that are outside our borders, and that investigation is the slightly more difficult one. So we'll have to really leave it for the authorities to do so. In the meantime, the reactions will be knee-jerk. They do definitely affect sentiment on the street for the day. But I think markets beyond that will have to start focusing back on what is the start of an earnings season, where expectations are, for a 20% earnings growth for this quarter. And I think that will play on the positive side of the other stocks that are in the index. I think the pull down really comes because of the Adani Group being in, so many NSE indices. If they were not there, it would have been easier in terms of sentiment for most investors. But I think that's the overhang really, that they're part of too many indices right now.
Looking at data right now, good morning, Kartik here. Looking at data right now, in fact, Adani Enterprises is now down about 3% and is among the top losers on NSE this morning. So, I think, is it the start of another selling cycle, or do you think it is going to stabilize now at this down 3% odd levels? Because markets have been open for about almost an hour or so now.
So I think nothing has happened to say that it is going to become something bigger, because if I simply look at a chart of Adani Enterprises, it would not have broken the 10-day lows also. It's just fallen back after it's moved up a bit. So it's just giving back some of the gains it made earlier this month. So in that sense, it doesn't look so bad at this point of time.
Okay.
So it would have to probably fall a lot more for us to say that. And then today's market decline is also associated with Infi's earnings yesterday. So it's not only because of the drop in Adani stocks.
That's right.